Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Shrey Gupta, and we are PersonaBase. At PersonaBase, we help you make the best teams possible. So currently, our recruitment system is a mess. Just think about it for a moment. Hundreds of millions of applications flood the market, and our employers are forced to use a battery of individual assessments, a slew of solutions like the ones on the screen right now. Resume checking, individual personality tests, in order to determine who are the best candidates to take on. However, the issue is that these methods don't actually work like they're supposed to. They're not as accurate as we would expect them to be. As a result, the employee turnover rate in the market is skyrocketing. And in just the last 5 years, it's gone up about 5%. Now it's currently 42% as of 2013. So with each employee turnover costing up to 200% of an employee's salary and 23 business days, clearly there's a need for a better solution in the market. Otherwise, all of our poor recruiters are going to look a little something like this. So what's causing all the turnover? According to Noah Wasserman, 65% of VC-backed firms actually fail because of people problems. Simply people who just cannot work together in a team. So people in our system are currently hired for their skills, their personal traits, but then they're fired because of incompatibility issues with the team. And that's where we try to come in. We're providing a way to tackle this problem head-on with a new innovative solution. I would now like to invite Andrew Aday, our Chief Technical Officer, to talk more about our offering. Andrew?
All right. So what exactly is PersonaBase? PersonaBase is a corporate recruitment solution that is unlike anything else in the market. Let me explain why. As Shrey began to discuss, current recruitment solutions include a mass of companies all trying to whittle down that initial applicant pool through the use of individual assessment. What these assessments fail to consider, however, is the fact that jobs are becoming an entirely collaborative process. An applicant may hit the ideal profile for the archetypal salesperson, but what about the applicant's compatibility with the company culture? What about the applicant's ability to work with the very employees that will be sitting right next to him? Corporations across all industries are transitioning into project-oriented, team-oriented work structures. As a result, being able to predict the influence that a potential hire can have on the people that he or she works with becomes just that much more powerful. Unfortunately, there's been no easy or efficient method for a company to determine this potential influence, to predict how a candidate will work with a select group of people. There's been no easy or efficient method until now. By using breakthrough research in team design, by collaborating with professional psychologists, and by running on very, very little sleep, we at PersonaBase have determined how to quantify what an applicant can contribute to a team. Let me explain how this works. First, applicants and the employees that constitute their potential team take a 5 to 7 minute personality test, which we've designed specifically for this purpose. Afterwards, this information is run through our proprietary algorithm, which we're calling the C engine. This determines how each applicant can affect the team's productivity, their viability, adaptability, and several other metrics. Finally, from this, we generate a prioritized list that ranks each applicant for a job, and we give this prioritized list to the recruiter. We enable recruiters with insight into not just individual, but team fit. And as a result, PersonaBase adds a dimension of understanding that is incredibly relevant, potent, and needed. Now, to talk about market opportunity, I would like to introduce to you our CMO, Laura Payne.
So our beachhead market is the hospitality industry, which generates $164 billion in revenue annually and employs 1.8 million workers. Now, this industry also has one of the highest employee turnover of 49%. Using data that indicates each employee loss costs up to 200% of his or her annual salary, hotels are losing $12.4 billion just on employee turnover. Now, taking into account our other potential markets to expand to, our total addressable market size will be around $58 billion. Why now? This problem is transparent, and we are at the tip of a new expanding solution that incorporates personality into the recruiting process. Just in the past 6 months, this market has been expanding rapidly. Corporations such as Home Depot and Lowe's have invested millions of dollars in several months into developing their own behavioral assessments our database to fine-tune and further validate our algorithms. Afterwards, we will open our beta to a much larger market. Our main marketing strategy is direct selling channels to establish partnerships and deals with companies. However, we realize this is not scalable. So with additional funding to hire salesmen, our direct sales will increase drastically. Also, potential partnerships with companies who do have established tests will drive traffic to our tests. And finally, we market digitally in the forms of advertisements on job sites and physically by attending public events like job fairs. This latter method has already proven extremely effective, as many companies have agreed to sign in as our alpha testers. We show that there is great market potential for our product, and with every great market comes competitors. Now I'd like to introduce to you Ashay.
There are several competitors in this market space, but we differentiate on several fronts. While some people have created recruitment platforms to manage and store applications, and others have found ways to match candidates to relevant job positions, or candidates with a company culture, no one has found a solution to the problem of efficiently hiring people who work better in teams. Now, I mean, why would you bother seeing if someone is fit for an individual job if he can't even work with the person sitting right next to him every single day, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 250 days a year, and probably for a number of years, at least until he gets fired for his incompatible personality. Thus, PersonaBase differentiates in two key ways. First, we measure team fit and compatibility. All current assessments are based on individual fit and archetypes. Companies provide assessments to measure for the idea of an ideal employee. And this does not leverage the power of complementary personalities, because humans are not clones of each other. And secondly, because of the nature of our product, our data is very personalized. Our algorithm molds its shape to each team, molds its shape to each culture. It molds its shape to each and every unique collection of personalities. And in this way, PersonaBase transforms the way companies hire talent. So, what's a revenue model for this great product? First, we have an optional installation fee for companies who want to install our platform onto their current recruitment system, and this will vary, the cost of this will vary by the size of the company. Next, we charge a per month subscription fee to the employer, which will vary with the volume of applications. And this will have different tiers, and if the companies receive more applicants, then in their tiers we will charge extra. And finally, a side revenue model includes selling applicant data that we collect from the personality tests. So now here's a quick run through of some financials showing you year 1 and year 5. In year 1, you can see we are losing money, which is because of the R&D we need to do to fine-tune and validate our algorithms. Also in year 1, after the first quarter, we'll be seeking funding to hire psychologists and additional salesmen to reach out to companies as fast as possible. Our break-even is expected to be midway through year 2, and our projected market share captured by year 5 is 5%. And as you can see, we think we will be making a little less than $4 million in profit by year 5. So as you can see, we have tremendous growth potential, and now Shrey can talk a little bit about that.
Thank you, Ashay. So in the last 2 weeks, we've really been able to really start getting our business model executed. We've been focusing on a few key fronts, including development of the product. We currently have a fully functional front end and back end that Andrew will demo in just a couple minutes. Also, we've been working with world-renowned psychologists in the field, along with extending a hand to MIT and Harvard professors to help improve our testing algorithms. And finally, in terms of market validation, we started working to actually get customers, and we actually already have letters of intent. We have a letter of intent from the global head of talent acquisition at Hyatt, who was very interested and gave us a letter of intent within 10 minutes of talking. He was immediately on board with the concept, showing us the potency of this product in the hospitality industry. We also have a letter of intent from Seacrest Country Day School, showing us the ability for us to expand into new markets like education. Also, moving on, we have a slew of alpha testers that we've gotten just by outreach and going to job fairs and cold calling. There's actually too many to put on the screen, so I put a few selection ones, including Verizon, Agero, and Ion Media Networks, who have also expressed quite a bit of interest in our product, and will be alpha testing as soon as we hit our prototype in next quarter. So also in terms of growth, currently we're focusing on the hospitality industry, which is our beachhead market. However, we've also identified that the education and technology industries are also very, very important industries for a product like ours, especially because they collaborate. They have a huge emphasis on collaboration. They also have a huge emphasis on cultural fit, which are two things that our product does best. So we feel that those industries, as we've shown the letter of intent and interest alpha testers, will also be very great industries for us to enter. So now I would just like to introduce the team that will be executing this. I am Shrey Gupta. I worked with developing the front end as well as coordinating our team's vision and dynamics.
Hi, I'm Ashay, and I'm overseeing the design, development, and improvement of our product.
Hi, I'm Laura Pay, and I'm responsible for outreach to the new companies.
Hi, I'm Aday, and I'm responsible for creating the algorithm and the backend behind our system. And we have prepared for you today a short little demo of what we've been able to develop so far in the past week. So bear with me, this is an MVP. Of course, many things are subject to change. Does he set? Here we go. Okay, so let's start by creating an account on PersonaBase. We'll do this walkthrough from the shoes of a recruiter at Athalye. I simply enter the responses to these 5 form fields. Here we go. I click create, and there we go, we now have an account. Now, my department just the other day opened up a new position for an industry psychologist. So we add the posting here, put in psychologist in the job title, and begin adding all the emails of the colleagues who will be working most closely with this potential hire. Once we hit submit, an email from PersonaBase will automatically be sent containing the personality test to these colleagues to collect their specific information. There we go. So now the emails will be sent, this card is generated. I can hover over the card and click on more information to be brought to an additional page. This URL that I highlighted here is ID encoded and can be placed anywhere in the application process. And any applicant that takes the personality test through this URL will automatically have his or her data saved in the right place. So it looks like we haven't given our colleagues enough time yet, so let's wait a couple hours and refresh. Alright, it's been a couple hours, we refresh, and it looks like we have 100 new applicants who have taken our test. The top 5 are ranked on the back of this card, and the remainder are ranked here in a prioritized list that is color-coded based on a composite score generated by the C engine. The icons next to each username reflect specific contributions users can provide to the team. For example, the wrench indicates increased productivity, and the heart indicates increased viability and cohesion. No.
Just bear with us for a second
There
here.
we go.
Now before we end today, I just want to invite you all to just take a second here and think about the best team you've ever been on. Think about how easy it was to get everything done in that team. How productive you were. How everything in this world that was originally possible seemed possible when you were in that team. That's the very experience that we want to bring to every team, every company in the world with PersonaBase. So come join us in PersonaBase in the modern revolution for recruitment. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time.